Kia hora te mārino, kia papapaunamu te whenua, kia tere te kāerohirohi ki mua i tō ara. Whano, whano, haramai te toku, haumi e, hui e, tai e.
So Te Ara Whakatipu was developed by myself and another guide here actually by the name of Mike Talbot. Thought there was a shortage of programs that really connected rangatahi back to their whenua, back to their culture, and I had a really strong belief that the whenua has got a massive role to play in connecting people. So this cohort is an older cohort than what we usually have. So this rōpū is from the age of 19 to 25, whereas usually the group's 16 to 18.
So I guess this time around, other than the ages, I think just because of that, they have a lot more maturity. Being an older age group, you can push them a lot more. You can give them a lot more kōrero, you can put a lot more pressure on them in terms of their reo, in terms of their bush knowledge, and they also can soak up a lot more. And I mean, it's different for everybody, right? They all take away different things.
I didn't grow up at the pā. I didn't know much about my te ao Māori. I didn't know anything about Ngai Tahu, and this was an awesome place for me to carry on my journey.
I wasn't raised a Māori, so I guess coming to Te Ara Whakatipu was a big door for me, I guess, into my Māori side, introduction to me learning Māori.
Firstly, I thought it was for work. I thought it was for gaining knowledge for work, but it's so much more than that. Obviously, learning about my whakapapa is quite important, connecting and getting some heart-to-hearts and just soaking in a bit more knowledge than I thought.
We didn't really have that connection with our marae. Unfortunately, like my grandmother passed away when I was still quite young, so we didn't really get to hear those stories about what it was like when she was a child. So being able to come on something like Te Ara Whakatipu and just being able to hear, you know, the kōrero around whenua and our people, it's just been incredible. And it's really put the stories to the whakapapa. Like, you can have a list of names, but it's not until you've got background story that you can understand it.
Yeah, I've been given amazing tools by my whānau to go down this journey of actually finding out where my whānau come from, what we used to do, how we did it, learning the waiata, learning the haka, learning the tikanga, and it's been hard. It's been really hard.
I think there's a lot of people out there that want a bit of connection to something beyond what they've known and what they've been brought up with.
The way I look at it is that te ao Māori, you know, is a whare, and in the whare you need pou to make sure your whare stands strong. I think in Māoridom we all have different pou, right? There's, you know, te ao Māori is one pou, and your connection to the whenua is another. Your sense of wairua, your sense of mauri are all different pou. And I think, you know, some people haven't built their whare up strong enough, or they haven't got the right tools to create their whare strong enough. So coming in here, I believe people can get little different things to take home to help strengthen their own pou.
I feel like I'm alone on the journey a lot, and being here you meet a lot of people who are on the same journey, and that's a pretty nice feeling.
I think for me, being from a city, you somewhat feel disconnected, and just taking the time out of a busy working life. Some days you do the mahi and it just goes past you and you think, what did I actually achieve today? So I think it's just that mindset and the ability to take time out of your day and just connect with nature.
This has been quite an inspirational step into keep pursuing, learning more about te reo Māori, te ao Māori, my whakapapa, just keep chasing it.
I think being supportive, supporting each other and recognising what people are going through is quite important, because sometimes it's just your time to just be there and just be supportive, and I think that's what I'm taking out of this trip for sure.
A lot of things I feel I don't understand, but coming here I now understand the vibes I get in certain places of the country, to Waponamu, like around the South Island. I feel this connection, but now I understand it. It's where my ancestors have been, and when I'm in that same spot as them, I feel the energy they've left in that on the whenua. Yeah.